Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video was going to be my first shop of my shopping cycle, but unfortunately, due to, I can see why people want a camera to do YouTube, because I've got my back door open and that door does not close properly, so it's constantly slamming. Please excuse that. What was I even saying? Yes, so storage issues. I've accidentally deleted the footage of the actual food shopping, so I do apologise for that. However, I have still got some stuff to show you to do with food today. But first of all, let's go over that particular food shopping. Now, I can't seem to get out of the cycle of spending quite a lot of money on that first shop. You may remember, I think last month, was it last month, where I did that big shop in Aldi and spent £35, and I was sort of like, oh my God, I can't believe that amount of shopping is £35 in Aldi. In my head, that looked like about 25 quid's worth of stuff. Well, my first shop in Sainsbury's, £50, 36p. And that is the amount of items bought. Oh, I think that's shocking. I really do. And I bought the gift card again for Sainsbury's because I was thinking, as much as I enjoyed using cash for my food shopping last month, or in the last payday to payday cycle, I really did enjoy using cash, seeing that amount physically. And I just thought to myself, why am I doing myself out of £2 cash back by not buying a gift card on top cash back? But now I'm thinking I might go back to cash next month. We shall see. It's always a work in progress. We're allowed to switch things up, find what works best for us, and do whatever we think. But I thought I would read through what I got, although I can't show you a video of it, so you're not going to see it physically, but I can film the receipt so that you can take a closer look should you wish to do so. Now, I was lucky enough to get a fruit and veg box, so that was not on my shopping list. That was £2, as they are in Sainsbury's, but again, I was really pleased with it. So what I'm going to pop on is the footage of what I have done with it so far. I've still got a couple of bits in the fridge that have not been used or dealt with as yet, which I'll go over when I do the veg box bit at the end. So I got 2 milks at £2.25 each. I got a double cream. I got the large one because I was expecting to make a carbonara. Got a couple of rashers of bacon left, and I did put that on my sort of 2-week menu plan. So a double cream, and also I have used some of the veg box that I might need cream for something I've made, which I'll let you see. Because it's been extremely hot, I got some magnums. They were on offer, and it was the mini magnum, so you get a pack of 6. Sorry about the door. And they were on a Nectar price saving at £3.75 for 6 mini lollies. I got a large butter, which was the 500 gram at £3.95. But that's quite a good price, really. So you do save by getting the bigger one. And I do use that for buttercream when I'm making cakes and that kind of thing. So I picked a large one up of that just so that I've got it. I've been fancying chicken Caesar salad, and I managed to pick up some Stamford Street chicken goujons on a reduced price of £1.19. Should be £2.50, and I thought, oh, they do perfectly for a chicken Caesar salad. I picked up some of the Young's Gastro lemon and pepper fish to have fish and chips with. They very often have one of those Young's fishes on offer. This was the lemon and pepper one. Should be £5.25, but it was £2.75. So I do love fish and chips, as you guys probably know by now. I picked up a basmati rice, which was 89p. I picked up on a reduced price. You would have seen I bought it before. It's like that Greek layered salad. It should be £3. I mean, who would pay £3 for that? I mean, it's still a lot of money at £1.49, but it is so tasty and lovely with a salad. And really, that's all I've been fancying in this hot weather that we've had. And then some treats. I picked up 2 Danish pastries for 87 reduced. I got my tea bags, 160 red label Sainsbury's tea bags for £2.30. I picked up some feta cheese for 85p, which was the Sainsbury's own brand. I picked up a mature cheddar for £3.15, a honey roast ham for £2.75, which had 50p off it on a nectar price saving, so that was £2.25. I got a vegan Caesar salad dressing, which was the Plant Pioneers one. It was the cheapest one, and that was £1.35, so I thought that was a really good price. I picked up some Sainsbury's salad cream for £1.60. I got 2 gem lettuces. They should have been £1. Again, they was on nectar price saving, so they were 80p. I got a whole cucumber for 89. I got the seafood cocktail deli filler, sandwich filler, because I'd been fancying that and hadn't had that for a little while. That was £1.49. That is price matched to Aldi. I really need to shut the back door. Yeah, that's price matched to Aldi, so that's not too bad. I got a 4-pack of Snickers because I've been fancying Snickers. I don't know why, I've not had a Snickers bar for so long, but I really fancied Snickers. And they were £2. I got some mini potatoes, again for salads, £1.30 for 750 gram bag, 12 large eggs for £3.15, and large vine tomatoes at £1.30. A loaf of bread, which was the Sainsbury's Farmhouse. They didn't have Hovis thick again, so I got the Sainsbury's Farmhouse thick loaf, 89p. And then I don't know what that last thing is. What did I buy for £3.25? I don't know what that is. I have no clue what that is. But I will. I mean, I could have actually got the stuff out of the cupboard, to be honest. Although some of it I've started using that's in the fridge. I don't know what that is. I'm baffled by that. No clue. ADW Ultimates. What on earth is that? Can't think. Anyway, £50, 36p. So yes, there's a couple of treats on there with the Danish pastries, the Snickers, the Magnums, I know. So if you took 10 quid off and then £2 for the veg box, still a lot of money for not a lot of stuff. But I'll film the receipt so you can see it. And now you're going to see the veg box and what I have done so far with some of it. Dishwasher tablets. It was dishwasher tablets, I've remembered. Okay, let's go through what we've got in this particular veg box here. So, yeah, and some plans of what I think will happen to it all. So the melon will be eaten fresh over the next few days. Yeah, quite happy about that. I do love melon, never buy it. The lemon, that will be frozen because I didn't realise before that you can actually freeze them. So I've got some blackberries there, so I think that calls for a crumble. Got 1 apple, probably will put that in with it as well. Got a Swede, which I will blanch and freeze. 2 courgettes, got plans to make a Thai chicken curry, so I might make that sooner than expected, just so that I can freeze it and put those courgettes in with it instead of buying pat choy, which is what I had intended to buy today. Got a sweetheart cabbage, got loads of broccoli, so I think I'm going to have to make up probably 2 pints of cheese sauce and make a couple of large broccoli cheeses ready. 2 bananas, well, they're not overripe as yet, but you know they're probably going to go into a cake. And we have 3, well, one looks like an easy peeler satsuma, the other 2 look like oranges, and then I'm assuming these are turnips. I've never bought turnips or cooked them in my entire life, but I'm sure we can do something turnip and Swede mash. Not sure if that'll freeze, but very good amount of stuff for £2 there. So yeah, these are definitely worth getting. And as I said, the little ones that I've seen people buy are even better, like with whole bags of potatoes in. Yeah, amazing. So always keep your eyes open, because again, this was about 5 p.m. and there were 2 boxes there. Right, my love, so we need to get cracking with sorting out the contents of the veg box. So I'm going to cut the lemon into segments. I didn't even know you could freeze lemons, but a lovely subscriber had mentioned before, and it seemed like a lot of you also didn't know that. So I'm guessing whether that's in segments or slices, it would be really handy and nice to pull out if you're having a fish dish, or indeed sliced if you're a fan of gin and tonics and drink those at home. I rarely do that. I've got a dribble of gin left, which I've had for about a year, and no tonic. So yeah, I'm not a big drinker in the house, but even still, whatever you want to do with your lemon. I have Googled it, and apparently you can also freeze oranges. It says it might change the texture slightly, but yeah, I may as well do that. But these are, they feel as if they are like satsumas, even these bigger ones, more than oranges or easy peelers or something. Yeah, the bigger ones feel more like easy peelers, and that feels like a satsuma. So we cut the lemon up, we'll peel these and we'll see what we think. So these 2 bigger ones, I would say, were definitely easy peelers, and I feel like that is definitely a satsuma. And I have cut the lemon into 8 pieces, so that'd be nice on a bit of cod and chips, won't it? Yummy. So we're going to segment these up and freeze them into segments. I haven't really got the room to put a baking tray in my freezer, so I've just put them into a freezer bag, or some of it. I'm gonna get this closed, because my freezer does freeze really quite quickly. Once frozen, then obviously I can push them all down one end of the bag together and pop the other 2 easy peelers into the bag. I've got quite a lot of broccoli here, and I used some on yesterday's dinner as well. So we're going to get this cooked up, and we're going to make a broccoli cheese, or multiples of, depending on how far it will go. I feel like 1 pint of cheese sauce isn't going to be enough, but I probably can't afford to use more milk or more than half of a block of cheese on it. So we'll see how we get on. So whilst the broccoli cooks away for the broccoli cheese, I thought I would do the blackberries and the apple. As soon as I peeled it, I put the knife into it and I thought, oh my God, it's a pink lady. And then it seems sacrilege that I can't just eat that. I don't eat a lot of fruit, guys, as you know, but if I had a choice of an apple, it would always be a pink lady. So I might eat a cube. Now, obviously, that's not going to cook down like a Bramley apple, which is really what you should be using in cooking, because this is an eating apple. But yeah, the blackberries are going to need something. So we'll see how it goes. Now, I've washed these all individually under the tap. And just a little note that any berries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, wash them thoroughly. I mean, you should really do it in bicarb. But yeah, these are the fruits that you are going to have retaining all the rubbish that our food is sprayed with these days. So I have washed them individually, but I have not rinsed them in bicarb water. And then in a saucepan, I've got a chunk of butter and just thrown in some sugar. Don't ask me how much, because often with things that I've cooked many a time, I don't always weigh them out. So we're going to melt the sugar and the butter in together until the sugar has dispersed into the liquid before we pop the fruits in. Okay, so that's all melted down. So we're going to put the fruits in now. I wish I had a lid for this little saucepan. I'm doing this before I make the cheese sauce, because I use this saucepan for cheese sauce as well, and I just feel it'll be easier to wash it up having done this mixture in it than it will to wash it up when it's had cauliflower cheese in it. That can go in the dishwasher. Oh, it's no good. I've got to have a little piece of that apple. I may have overdone it on the sugar, guys, because that is really sweet. Really sweet. I think I'm going to have to combat that by not using too much sugar in the crumble mixture. I guess because it's an eating apple, and the pink ladies are fairly sweet, it's probably added to the sweetness of it. But yeah, bear that in mind if you're using an eating apple rather than cooking apples. So what I did, guys, I took the blackberries out first, and then I took the potato masher, and I've only got a plastic one. If I'd have had a metal one, it would have been more effective, but I tried to break the apple down a little bit so it's not too hard. I'm sure it's going to be tasty anyway with the crumble topping on it. And of course you can freeze them as they are, or freeze them with the crumble topping on. It completely depends on what you want to do. So I might just freeze as they are for now. I'm not really sure. We'll see how we get on when you've done a 9 to 5 and you're standing doing all of this in the kitchen. It's a bit of a killer. I've still got the cheese sauce to make and my dinner to prepare. So yeah, not sure whether we do the crumble topping today or not. Induction hobs, who would have them? We have got a burnt pan and a load of burnt broccoli, because once I drained it, I put it back on the cooker, the hob, and put it on the hot ring rather than the cold one. We have managed to salvage some, thank goodness. Now to make the cheese sauce. I'm exhausted. I think I finished work about 2.5 hours ago. Sat down to eat my dinner. It's all go. It's all go, guys. Cheese sauce. Oh, is there anything better? The trouble is, every time I make this, I always think to myself, oh, I could just get a big old slice of bread, butter it, and just sit with this whole pint of cheese sauce quite happily, like a pig in muck. All done. 4 portions, which if I hadn't have burnt half of the broccoli would have been 8. So yeah, I'm Romeo and done. Absolutely done in now. I need to do the swede and turnip. I'll deal with that tomorrow after work, because I need to sit down. I'll catch you another time. Bye-bye. Another bowl of melon whilst I'm working, really helping in these warm temperatures to keep me cool. So I've just made a banana bread or banana cake. with the 2 bananas from the fruit and veg box. I think the link for this, because I've made it before on here, is in the description box. So if ever you've got any overripe bananas, fabulous thing to make. I absolutely love it. And also great for summer picnics, I would say, as well. So I have still got 2 courgettes and a cabbage in the fridge. And I've also got the root vegetables, which I'm planning on blanching off and freezing for future use. However, I've not done that yet. And I very much doubt that will be included in this video, because I'll probably do that tomorrow morning before work, so I won't be able to add it. But I'm sure if you've got root vegetables that you need to blanch, if you're picking them up in a veg box, you can just Google how to do it. That's what I did, because I've never done it before. But I do love swede mash, so it'd be really nice to have some swede in the freezer. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this veg box. As I say, a couple of green vegetable things still to use up. Courgettes will probably go in a curry, and the cabbage probably would use with a roast dinner, which I still haven't done. It's just been too hot for me to have a roast dinner, or I've been working Sundays instead of Saturdays, so just haven't got round to using my chicken, which has got a yellow sticker on it, as yet. That is still in the freezer, as you would have seen probably last Wednesday. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you for watching. I do apologise about the missing footage, but hopefully there is enough here to at least have something to put up today with the cooking that I have done from the veg box. If you can get yourself one from Lidl or Sainsbury's, from what I gather, Lidl's you have to go early in the morning, but I've had 2 now from Sainsbury's, and I've picked them both up at tea time when I have been shopping for yellow sticker bargains or the like. So definitely keep your eyes open. I definitely think they're worth getting. Take care, guys. I'll be back Sunday with month-end roundup. Quite a lot to go through. Might have to split that into 2 videos. We'll see how we get on. But take care, and I'll be back and see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.